Today on Drawbli, Abby is drawing
Hair Girls.
Click that subscribe button if you are new around here.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
Hair girls, huh?
Yeah, so girls with hair. So
I figured that much.
when I'm organizing my files, I tend to just name it whatever comes to mind real quick, which is, in this case, Hair Girls, because I will be drawing not just this girl, but this girl multiple times with different hair.
Oh, it's the same hair girl. I did not pick up on that.
Yes, on Pinterest, she's everywhere. She probably has like a known name because there's no way somebody with this many hairstyles photographed and all these makeup things, but I couldn't find it because you know how Pinterest is.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure somebody will know in the comments.
Yeah, genuinely comment below because somebody's got to know who this is. Anyway, I decided to do a bunch of studies.
Specifically on hair?
On hair, yeah. My goal was to just experiment with hair, experiment with different sketching brushes, ink pens, pencils, trying to find something that just, I identified with. I'm still always searching for how do I like to create? What pen really makes me feel like I'm getting into flow? Oh my goodness, we are jerking out and in and out and in.
I love the style that you create for all of these. They're so cool.
Oh, that was 30 minutes. I'm glad I wrote down how long that took me too. It's kind of fun to look back and just see like, oh, this took X number of minutes. This one was the next one. You can see it's the same girl, new hair, and
new hair, new makeup. That hair's insane.
I did a sketch pass on all of these.
How are you going to paint this?
And then a color pass on all of them.
So you did your normal setup, but I love, like I was saying, I love the style that you create for these. It's so cool.
Thank you.
You're really starting to like lean more in a specific kind of stylized direction that is your own.
I hope so. I mean, I don't know yet if that'll be good or bad. Like Loish said in her recent art book, you don't even know your own style really till people kind of start to identify it themselves a little bit for you.
It's a collection of a ton of different things, though.
Yeah.
I love your little face there.
I was just very impressed with the Baskerville brush. It has a ton of flow to it.
The Baskerville.
Yes.
That's a cool name.
Yes. Now this one, I think on this one took me the longest, probably because I went ham on her hair and actually tried to do a good job on it. But
you weren't trying on the other ones?
Well, I was trying to be a lot more loose and flowy, and in this one I wanted to get a lot more detailed. It ended up being a little bit much in hindsight. You'll see.
What was? Like the details?
Yeah, all my line work on her hair, it just ended up looking quite dense. I still like it, but I think thinner lines for this would have been better.
That is fair. I really like her makeup. Like the pink at the center of that eye corner transitioning to the blue. It's really cool.
Yeah. It must be fun to do your makeup all crazy like that all the time. Occasionally I'll experiment with makeup.
Like that?
But I don't have all that stuff, and I don't have that skin tone where colors will pop like that on me. But it is fun. It's just rarely do you have anywhere to wear it to.
Well, a place we're going soon is the Ren Fair, and I asked you because it's going to be Pirate Day.
It's going to be Pirate Day.
And I am, for the first time ever, going to be dressing up as a pirate.
Yes.
I never dress up for the cons or anything like that, but you went thrifting the other day and found quite a few fun items, including a big, chunky pirate-like belt.
Yes, which I got I'll confess to this crime on YouTube. So I don't know if anybody's gone thrifting before, but if you go to Goodwill, they have baskets, huge bins in the back of things they haven't tagged or labeled for you to buy yet, and you're not supposed to shop from them. But my friend and I were walking through the back because the only bathroom is through all these back hallways. It's
and you
fun.
Found treasure.
And we passed by that basket, and I said, "Oh my gosh, do you see that authentic pirate belt? It looked like it was from a pirate costume." And I said, "Grab it." And so we went out, and I was to the front, and I was like, "This doesn't have a tag on it, but it's a belt."
Okay, well, I told you that they don't care. They have a price,
You don't know. I think there's very firm rules on this kind of thing.
Well, they get donated everything, and then they turn around and they just throw like the same price tag on pretty much anything. So like if it's a belt, they're gonna put like the same price tag on any
So I
and
don't
every
feel
belt.
morally guilty over this, but I think it's technically a Goodwill no-no.
A Goodwill no.
I mean, I think there's even limits on Goodwill employees shopping at Goodwill because the idea is, oh no, they can get all the best stuff. I've heard this. I think that's a totally unnecessary limitation. But anyway, that's my crime. True crime. This is one of those crime podcasts now where we just talk about crimes that happened, except it's our own.
Except it's our own crimes.
And
well,
it's from...
anyway, to get back to what I was saying, is the whole reason that I got on this story was because, wow, that is such a cool photo. We were talking about the makeup. I was saying, you know, I'm going to dress up, and I asked you if you would help me for my pirate costume put on some eyeliner a la Jack Sparrow.
Have you ever worn eyeliner before?
I've never worn eyeliner, no.
Okay, well, you won't feel a thing. It'll be totally painless.
Oh, God.
Unless I choose the painful eyeliner.
Oh.
It doesn't actually exist. They're all very nice. And I have, of course.
It does seem like it could be painful.
It won't be. It's like a soft crayon.
The way you said that makes me maybe think differently.
It depends on you and how. Some people really struggle with makeup because they just can't handle anything being near their eyes and they start flinching so much and
that might be
twitching
me.
that it makes makeup messy on them. I am not one of those people, and
Well, you have a lot of practice. That's not fair.
exactly.
It's like me with contact lenses. Like with contact lenses, remember when you got your like your monthly contacts or whatever in the beginning?
Yeah.
You were struggling, but I was like, come on, stop being such a girl, just put it in your eye.
I did daily contact lenses. I had started those like a year or so before I met you, and once I met you, I switched to monthly contact lenses.
I was expecting you to comment on my...
Oh, I'm being such a girl. Oh, just let it slide. I was like, you know what? I'm so far above insults. It doesn't even offend me. Like, whatever. I don't take that personally.
Oh, taking some time to draw some flowers. Ooh.
Yeah, except I duplicated them and then warped them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was going for a more like very clean line work, cartoony look on this one. Just experimenting with different, styles.
The warping on those is so cool.
It was really fun. Yeah. So there's all my line works, and now I'm going to go through and color them.
Is this the one that I said was my favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this one actually didn't take me a lot of time. I found the less time I spent coloring them, the better they ended up looking.
Really?
The more I tried to render them, because I'm not very good at rendering yet, the more not good they ended up looking. So her hair looks fine. Her skin, I think I have a long ways to go.
Well, you got to remember, right? It's like a simplified style, so you have to have simplified shading. Even if you just like do block colors, if you try to get super detailed, it's gonna look a little kind of messy on top of that style.
I tried to call back to in my mind my study on BB does art, or no, BB draws.
BB
I got her
draws,
confused with Sam
yes.
does art. Even then, though, I still had trouble holding myself to that limit of just like, what if I just did one color with one shading? And I still was like, let me put in highlights and not blend them out, though. Like, in my head, I was like, well, if I don't blend them out, then maybe it's still simple. But then it just looks silly.
Well, I was just going to say real quick that's the point of doing it. That's how you, like, learn what you like. You have to do it more than once.
Yes. So this was a big learning piece for me, but it was a good time. It was nice to jump around from piece to piece and tell myself, like, oh, I got to keep moving to the next one. Got to keep moving. Versus getting bogged down in the details and trying to refine one for a million years. I think that made me improve maybe more than, spending a lot of time on just one of these would have.
Yeah, I think so. Especially when we can probably count the number of portraits that we've painted. I mean, we got to get to a point where you can just say, I don't know, like hundreds, thousands. Like once you're at that point, then it's like you've done it so much that you know exactly what you like. And you're trying to improve small things.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I hope I'm getting there slowly, bit by bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's why like I'll have a lot of people that are new to sculpting reach out and say like, oh, I'm struggling with this, and I'm like, well, you're brand new. You've only done it a handful of times, and of course you're gonna struggle and have a lot of different things that you are trying to improve upon. But like, you know, you're asking me these questions, but like these are questions that I never think about because it's like I've done it so many times. I just like, you know, I don't think about it anymore. It's just second nature. And that's where you have to get. You got to get to that point where you've done it enough to where, you know, you don't have a million questions. Now it's like just a handful, and then you can work on those one step at a time.
Yeah, you have to be very comfortable with not being good at it. And you have to be comfortable with creating things that you know don't look, you know, great yet, but it's part of the journey. As long as you remember the big overarching course of your journey, then it's all good.
These are so good. Speaking of good, you did a fantastic job on these. I love these. These are, I can't wait to see them all together on screen.
Thank you.
Wow. That green-haired one is beautiful. These two in the middle are so cool. And why did you decide to put these black bars here?
I thought it would clean up their look. When they're all right next to each other, it was looking a bit messy. So I put the black bars in just to make it more clean.
Separate them out.
Yeah.
Gives them like a nice 3D look as well.
That's what I thought. Yeah, exactly.
These are so cool. Oh my
you.
gosh. I wish I could paint this good.
Oh my gosh. It was so fun. I don't know if I could do it again, but I probably could.
Every time you do something like this, look at that green hair. Look at all those beautiful lines in the hair. Oh my god.
That was the hair I was worried would look too dense, but yeah, I guess it's not too bad.
No, it looks awesome.
And then my skin just like bah, bah.
No, it looks great. It looks fantastic.
Thank you.
And if you want to see some more fantastic paintings from Abby and I, you can click that subscribe button.
And comment below with other ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
And this is the part where we say
goodbye.
Goomba. What's next after these beautiful portraits?
I don't know. Maybe hard materials.
It sounded like you were about to say Mario. You want to paint Mario?
You want to paint Mario, it sounds like.